everyone, let's do some adding. Today we're going to use 8 squares to help us with our adding. Let's make sure we have 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 squares, and I've put an 8 up here to remind us how many squares we have. We're going to move those squares around between the two sides to help us with our adding. Right now we have 8 squares, but I'm going to move one of those squares over to this side. So now I'm wondering how many squares I have over here. Shall we check? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 squares on this side. And how many squares on this side? Just one lonely square on that side. We have 7 squares plus one more square. And all together, how many squares do we have? We have 8 squares. Let's write a number sentence to go with this picture. So we have 7 squares plus we have one more square. And all together that equals how many squares again? Yep, 8. 8 all together. 7 squares plus one more square, and that equals 8. Can you read that number sentence with me? 7 plus 1 equals 8. Great job. Okay, let's move the squares around in a different way and see what we get. How about we put, let's put 4 squares all the way over here. There we go. So how many squares do we have on this side now? We have 4 squares. And how many squares do we have on this side? Another 4 squares. Did you know that 4 plus another 4 equals 8? That's a lot of fun, isn't it? Let's write this number sentence that goes with this picture. So I'll put a 4 over here, 4 squares, plus another 4. And that equals how many altogether? Yep, it equals 8. 4 squares plus another 4 squares altogether equals 8 squares. Can you read that number sentence with me? 4 plus 4 equals 8. Great job. Let's do one more. Let's move another 2 over this way. Okay. So how many squares do we have on this side now? I see 2 squares. And how many squares are on that side? Should we count? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 squares on this side. If you have 2 squares plus another 6 squares, how many squares do you have all together? Did you say 8? Yeah, we're working with 8 squares today, right? Let's write our number sentence that matches this picture. So we've got 2 over here. I'll write a number 2 plus, how many was that again? Yeah, 6 squares over here. And that equals how many all together? We have 8 squares today. 2 squares plus 6 more squares equals 8 squares. Can you help me read this number sentence, please? 2 plus 6 equals 8. You got it. So you have a job to do at home now. You need to go and find 8 of something. You can use 8 squares like I did, or you can use 8 of whatever you have at home. You can use 8 socks if you like. And you're going to move your socks around, and you're going to ask Mom or Dad to help you think of number sentences that match your pictures. Okay, have fun adding.